Celebrities who can't stand Ariana Grande. Hello guys, today we are back with a very interesting video. Ariana Grande, who started as innocent and adorable Cat Valentine in the Nickelodeon show Victorious, is not so innocent anymore. With the drug allegations and donut-licking scandals going around, Ariana is also making some enemies in the industry. Let's take a look at the celebs who can't stand our dangerous woman Ari. Victoria Justice. Victoria has to be the first on the list. As we all know, Ariana and Victoria's feud heads back to the days of Victorious. This started with Twitter accusations, where it was being said that the reason for Victorious getting canned was Sam and Cat. Ariana bounced back with a tweet saying, "Sweetheart, the only reason Victorious ended is because one girl didn't want to do it. She chose to do a solo tour instead of a cast tour. If we had done a cast tour, Nickelodeon would have ordered another season of Victorious while Sam and Cat filmed simultaneously. But she chose otherwise." This was immediately followed by the said person, who we assume was Victoria, indirectly replying with, "Some people would throw someone that they consider a friend under the bus just to make themselves look good. Hashtag stop being a phony. Hashtag if they only knew." Though this is not the end, Victoria and Ariana's mutual dislike for each other is seen often.
That's complete misinformation, because first of all, I had no control over leaving the show or the show ending. That was completely up to Nickelodeon and the executives. And I love the cast and I love doing Victorious, but that has not me going on tour when I did had nothing to do with what...
Insane.
No, I mean, there's no feud. I mean, I just talked about this in 17 magazine, like, we're not like best friends, but at the end of the day, like, I wish her well and she's doing great and I'm happy for her.
Is there a competitiveness between you two?
No, I mean, we're on our own different paths, doing our own thing.
Jeannette McCurdy. Victoria was not the only co-star who has been having feuds with Ariana. Jeannette is next on the list. This started with the report that said that Sam and Cat's co-star, Jeannette McCurdy, was getting paid less than Ariana Grande. Ariana was quick to shut such rumors by sharing a post on her Facebook that said, "I am not making more money than my co-star, nor do I think I should be. So we can all move on and get out of our heads that this was a money thing, because I don't like to play like that at all. I am, have always been, and always will be about equality and fairness." Though contrary to this, Jeannette shared a post saying, "I was put in an uncomfortable, compromising, unfair situation. Many of you have guessed what it is, and I had to look out for me. I chose not to go because sticking up for what is right and what is fair is what my mom taught me is always the most important thing." This feud is something fans don't like at all, as they enjoyed seeing Ariana and Jeannette better as besties.
Sometimes it can be a little fighty between different fan bases just because they think, well, this person got this opportunity and the person that I like didn't, and that's just, you know, it's kind of, I guess...
Bette Midler. American songwriter Bette Midler has also been in a not-so-subtle fight with Ariana Grande. This started with Midler, in an interview with The Telegraph, used Ariana as an example of the pornification of the pop industry. She said, "It's terrible. It's always surprising to see someone like Ariana Grande with that silly high voice, a very wholesome voice, slithering around on a couch, looking so ridiculous. I mean, it's silly beyond belief, and I don't know who's telling her to do it. I wish they'd stop. But it's not my business. I'm not her mother or her manager. Maybe they tell them that's what you've got to do. Sex sells. Sex has always sold." This was followed by Grande's reply with a tweet saying, "Bette was always a feminist who stood for women being able to do whatever the F they wanted without judgment. Not sure where that bet went." It was no surprise that Bette received a lot of negative responses from the Arianators as they defended their artist.
In the 70s, the raunchiest performer on stage.
Her outfit's no different than something Ariana Grande would wear.
Well, maybe that's why she's a good person to say that. Maybe she's figured it out and she's learned. And
you'll hear them speak in a conversation at dinner, and as soon as you meet a guy, they're like, "Oh my God." But at dinner, they're like, "So anyway, what are you gonna get?" I'm like...
Alex DeLeon. The lead singer of the American band, The Cab, Alex DeLeon has not been so subtle while stating his dislike for Ariana Grande. He expresses his displeasure in a very straightforward tweet saying, "Hope none of my fans ever have the displeasure of meeting at Ariana Grande. Most stuck-up, disrespectful person I've ever met in this industry." Well, those were some harsh words. We wish Alex doesn't get to meet Ariana again.
He stated that he hoped none of his fans would ever have the displeasure of meeting her in person.
Her Twitter handle and even put that she was the most selfish, disrespectful person he's met in the music industry.
Chrissy Teigen. Even the American model, Chrissy Teigen, had also expressed her thoughts about Grande in very obvious ways. After Ariana's performance at the Saturday Night Live, where she wore the popular cat ears, Teigen tweeted, "I love your cat ear headband. It alerts me to immediately hate you." Of course, this was met with some negative responses by Grande's fans, as it can be guessed that the tweet was directed towards her. Honestly, it's still a pleasure to be acknowledged by Queen Teigen herself.
Who's who, or what's what, somebody watching along with all of you, and I will be unbiased and also support my husband. It's the premiere of The Voice, and John absolutely knows that this house only listens to Ariana Grande. Just imagine how awkward it is for John to live in this Ariana Grande household and have to be him.
Soulja Boy. Along with Princess Nokia and 2 Chainz, Soulja Boy also wanted credits as he claimed that Ariana's hit song, 7 Rings, was inspired by his song, Pretty Boy Swag. Though he was ignored by Grande, in response to which he called her a thief and ranted on Twitter saying, "Stop stealing my swag." Well, this was pretty straightforward of him, but unfortunately, he still hasn't got the credits he was asking for.
Ariana put out her song, obviously. What does it mean when you hear something that you so clearly had a hand in inspiring? What is that like?
It's devastating. I just feel like she should have reached out and we could have did this song. She could have got a feature, you know what I'm saying? She could have called me and we could have got in the studio and probably done something 10 times as dope, you know? But it's all good. I just signed to Untitled Chapter and they handling all that, so you know, next time just hit me up, Ariana, we can get in the studio. We can make a song together. And that was just something that was pointed out from the media. A news station reported that story, and I heard the song, and I was like, wow. Once they pointed it out to me, it did seem pretty obvious.
This brings us to the end of today's video. While Ariana Grande is an amazing singer with a beautiful voice, it is seen that her personality is something not everyone can handle. Let us know in the comment section more celebrities who can't stand Ariana Grande and those who absolutely adore her. Also, if you enjoyed the video, then hit the like button and remember to subscribe to our channel for more such spicy videos and turn on the notification bell to get notified every time we post. See you in the next video. Bye guys!